Hi guys, my name is MJ. Welcome to the tutorial channel. Okay, in this episode I want to do a quick comparison right between a couple of brands for this Porsche 911 GT3 R. Okay, so the first one actually that got my attention would be from TrendsHobby. This was a special edition during APA Expo 2025 limited edition. So in this very special paper hard cardboard box, okay, and it does say it's limited edition APA Expo 2025. It doesn't say limited to how many pieces. It does show there's the internal details where this has the opening front, okay. So that's TrendsHobby, and the other brand that passed by, Qube, right, that is actually for sale, is actually from Sparky. Okay, so this does not have opening parts, and at the same time, might as well throw in this is actually a new arrival from Tarmac, okay, which is also the 911 GT3 R. And down here, this is the older version. This is the previous generation of the 991.2. So this ran all the way up to 2022, if I'm not mistaken. Particularly, this is actually a 2018 car. Okay, and also from Mini GT. So Mini GT also has made a couple of these already. So mainly I will cover Sparky and TrendsHobby since they have the exact same car. I will throw in Mini GT and Tarmac as well. Of course, based on retail price, I would say basic would be less. When I say basic, right, lesser individual parts, that will be from Mini GT, then probably TrendsHobby, then Sparky, and lastly most individual parts would probably be the Tarmac version. Okay, so first comparison I want to do would be between Sparky and TrendsHobby first. Oh, of all these four brands, right, the only one that has opening parts would be from TrendsHobby, the one on my right. Okay, the other brands all do not have any other opening parts. Okay, so this is based off the 2023 I think it's 2022 presentation car or 2023 presentation car. Okay, I can't recall when was this actually released, launch. So the upgrade from the previous generation of 991.2, right, the main philosophy would be the drivability, being able, more driver comfort rather than going for top speed, rather than going for speed because of the BOP, which is balance of performance regulation from FIA. Hence the development was much more focused on drivability over long distance. Okay, so it was a little bit more focused on those kind of things, so that it kind of helps customers to actually use Porsche's GT3 machines and in any of the FIA regulated racing disciplines that is there. Okay, so quick spin of left and right, okay, of these two cars, right. So on the onset, the TrendsHobby looks a little bit bigger. Okay, I would imagine probably due to the opening parts, hence they need to do it a little bit bigger. As far as I can see, TrendsHobby, okay, so TrendsHobby did declare it's 164. Did Sparky declare on the box that's 164? Yeah, it does say it's 164 as well. So we know that definitely one of them is wrong. So yeah, if you do, okay, if any one of you who is crazy enough to do all the measurements, please let me know in the comment section below, okay, which one is the correct one. All right, because TrendsHobby is a little bit bigger. The shade of color, I'll go for the more obvious stuff first, right. So the shade of black, it's identical. The shade of silver is a little bit different. For Sparky, is a little bit darker compared to TrendsHobby. But yeah, it does have this red dot here on the roof. TrendsHobby doesn't have that. It does have this emergency exit for the driver that's carved out. Okay, in front you do see the Michelin logos on both sides. TrendsHobby did this red color thing here. I assume it's supposed to replicate the tow hook, I guess. Okay, headlamps does look like TrendsHobby did it better, right? Okay, TrendsHobby did it quite nice. So this, I believe, is the refueling rig, because the fuel tank for this 911 layout is actually in front. Okay, if we look at the canard, it's in silver for both. Now for Sparky it did silver on the whole piece, but for TrendsHobby it's just the edge of it. Okay, front bumper, the grille details are identical. Okay, the Porsche logo, both are licensed products. Wait, let me see. All 4 brands here are licensed by Porsche. Okay, alright, on the windscreen both says Porsche. Now we move to the side. Okay, the tire, the wheels first. TrendsHobby does make much nicer wheels with the brake details. Sorry. Okay, it does have the Michelin branding on the tires as well, but Sparky is just plain. Okay. Alright, the intake area, Sparky did it as a grille like that, but I kind of prefer the TH version. Okay, it's proper holes with a little bit of grille detail in there, just a little bit. Okay, the Boss sticker down here, identical. There's the red color painted outlet on the front fender. The TrendsHobby version does look a little bit more realistic compared to Spark. Okay, we go towards the rear. Mobile 1 logo with the Michelin logo. Okay, same for both. Alright, the end plate, both looks identical. Probably a slightly different version, these two cars, because this has a red color outline while Sparky don't have it. I'm not sure, because the presentation version, I assume there's only one version of it. Okay, the diffuser detail, I think later on we'll go to the back, but the spoiler, the support pillar, okay, TrendsHobby, check that out. TrendsHobby did it very nicely compared to Sparky. It's probably a single piece with the wing at the back. Okay, for TH, it's a separate piece, probably 3 separate pieces, 2 pillars and the wing at the back. Okay, oh sorry, very nicely done by TrendsHobby. Okay, go to the rear. Center exiting twin pipes. The wing setup does look a little bit different. It does look like the TrendsHobby version is slightly less drag. I do quite like the engine detail on the TrendsHobby. Sorry, engine detail, the exhaust details. It's actually probably a separate piece. That's why it's colored in gold. I would make the assumption now that TrendsHobby probably has a little bit more individual parts compared to Sparky. This Spark, sorry. So comparing the diffuser, don't know why the TH version looks bigger and deeper. Okay, slightly longer, protruding downwards, right, compared to Spark. Okay, both has the GT3 R logo in the middle. Spark printed out the tail lamp. For TrendsHobby, they did the brake lights as an individual part. Okay, I would make the assumption that, as I recall, based on pre-order prices, I think the TrendsHobby is lower price than Sparky, than Sparky right here. So it does look like TrendsHobby has much more individual parts compared to Spark. Okay. Okay, so I think TH, well, without regards to the size, right, given that TrendsHobby is a little bit bigger, just by the realism, TrendsHobby would take the point. I kind of like it more when there's more individual parts. It just makes it more realistic. Okay, and yep, the party piece from TrendsHobby would be the front openable hood. Okay, hang on, let me get it up. There we go. There. And there's quite a lot of details going in there. So I don't know what parts are those. I only know that the fuel tank is in the front. Okay, so it's yeah, the layout is definitely different compared to any of the other manufacturers. But for the driver standing, they did quite well for this year, 2025. Menti Racing, which runs the Porsche cars, did actually win the DTM championship for 2025, Drivers' Championship. As for the manufacturers, I believe Porsche came in second. Okay, all right, so that's between TrendsHobby and Spark. So if we go by size, again, with the Mini GT, now this two looks somewhat identical. So the compared to the road car, right, this GT3 R is actually slightly long. The wheelbase is actually slightly longer and wider compared to the base 992, the road going 992. Size, I think, looks identical for Mini GT and TH. Yeah, it's pretty identical. But again, I would, yeah, if we don't look at price, definitely TrendsHobby will take the point because it does have a lot more individual parts. Sorry, I didn't compare the interior, right? The interior, because yeah, interior, TrendsHobby did everything in black, so there's nothing much to see. But Sparky did the white floor, the black seats, sorry, single seater, and black dash. Okay. Alright, the TrendsHobby does have a roll cage in there actually. You see it? Yeah, a bit of a roll cage. So maybe both of them did a different version compared to each other. Now for the Mini GT version, the prices of these, as far as I know, are going up. Okay, there's more and more of this 911 GT3 R collectors. So after seeing the TrendsHobby, right, this looked a little bit simple. Okay, so it did do the latch as well. So these are actually based on a real thing where these latches, right, makes it easy to replace parts during race. Okay, so that's another thing about these GT3 cars. They want to make it as easy as possible to for the mechanics to replace parts in the pits. Now the other brand that we haven't seen, I haven't compared with for you guys, would be from Tarmac. So this I believe is a recent release. There's Thomas Preining's car from 2023. Okay, I need to double check. I know he won the Drivers' Championship once in the Porsche, but I can't remember which year is it. I'm wondering if it's this year. Let me double check. In the meantime, right, help me to hit the like button because that'll help me out with the YouTube algorithms. Hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so that you don't miss on any of my other scale model videos. Okay, so yeah, I did a quick check. Thomas Preining did win in this car. This is actually a Drivers' Championship winning car. Okay, car number 91. Okay, so I will not be removing this because this is not mine and it's on loan. So I would imagine this would be the most detailed out of all the cars here. I do have the TrendsHobby version here as well. Okay, size wise they look identical, or Tarmac does look a little bit even bigger. Yeah, the Tarmac version does look even bigger. So these are identical, but as you can see at the back here, right, this is on my right. TrendsHobby did the DTM 2024 car, which did okay, but it was 2023. Yeah, that's why on the base it says DTM champion, DTM 2023. Okay, so it was for Porsche Menti Racing, car number 91. Okay, so Tarmac again did not do not have any opening parts. So the headlamps, Tarmac does look much clearer. Hang on, it's out of focus. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay, the Tarmac ones does look much clearer. Okay. I just noticed the windscreen, it says less emission, full speed. Interesting. So this QR code actually works. I will show you where it go to. Okay, I'll just do a comparison first for car 2023 and 2024. Okay, the front, you know what, let's do it properly. The canard for Tarmac, right, it does look like it's a separate piece. Okay, compared to TrendsHobby, it's a single piece with the body. Headlamp, the side mirrors, there's K and W logo on TH. There's another sponsor logo on the side mirror. I can't tell what it is, but it does look bigger than the TH version. Okay, and if I recall correctly, the side mirrors are the only part that it shares with the road going 992, if I recall correctly. So this, the 2023 was running on Pirelli. Yep, same. 2024 they were running on Pirelli P0 tires as well. There's some Motul branding down there. There's some sponsorship logos there. Veltins. The size does look a little bit different for the Veltin sticker. DTM on the in plate. So for the support pillar, Tarmac did even finer, I think. Yeah, even thinner. So it looks even more realistic to 64 scale. Oh, the exhaust systems at the back, Tarmac somehow makes it, I think because of the gap between the diffuser and the bumper, the opening, right, it's bigger, so it looks kind of better compared to TrendsHobby. But still, TrendsHobby did it very nicely. So Tarmac also did the taillight as a separate piece, not just a printout like Mini GT. Oh, hang on, Mini GT did it as a separate piece as well. So it's only Sparky that, hang on, where's my Sparky? Only Sparky did it as a print. Ooh, Sparky has a lot to learn. Okay, very nice. So yeah, detail wise, the tires and the rims actually do look quite okay on Tarmac, but TrendsHobby wouldn't lose much and being able to roll. I'm not sure if the Tarmac version can roll, because as far as I know, most Tarmac models can't roll anyway. Okay, and opening parts, only TrendsHobby can do it. Alright, and I wanted to show you the QR code, right? Yep, it does work. It will bring you to this website. Okay, tequipment-finder.porsche.com. Okay, Porsche Vehicle Accessories Finder. You can select your region. Let's say I'm in Asia, and you can select your country. Okay, oh, doesn't work. Oh, okay, let's say I'm in Malaysia. Yeah, it's loading. Okay, all right, so that's it for this time around. Yeah, TrendsHobby, definitely it's on my crosshair right now. I will be going after all the TrendsHobby models, I guess. They have quite a few coming out. So these two were the first, the DTM 2024 cars. Okay, then these are actually going to come out as a regular release as well, so do look out for that. I believe, yeah, do look out for that. I believe there are still a couple of extras of these available through Qube. Okay, do look them up, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and they do ship international as well. What else? Do give them a follow, because I do help out with the social media stuff over there. What do you guys think? Which would be your pick? Would you go for the Tarmac or the TrendsHobby? The TrendsHobby right now, the problem is with this, it's a little bit harder to get with the black. The others, probably you should be able to get it, and I'm looking forward, because TrendsHobby is going to release another GT1 LM Porsche as well, so I am looking forward to that too. What else? So I guess that's it for this time around. Let me just park it. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Oh, I noticed 60-70% of you guys watching are not subscribed. Help me to hit the subscribe button and help me hit 10k. I'm not very far, just a couple of hundred left, I think 100 or 200 left to 10k, so help me out with that. I do have a 10k unboxing challenge, some cars that I've kept for some time already waiting for 10k, and I'll unbox it together with you guys. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care. Bye.